Good evening and welcome to the regular Rosemount City Council meeting. Today is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First of all, are there any additions or corrections to the agenda?
No, sir.
So if there are no changes, does anyone wish to move a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is adopted. We do not have any presentations this evening, so we'll move to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the council with a statement or question may do so at this time. Welcome. Logan, are you checking for online?
I will take a look when this gentleman speaks. Yep.
Okay, my name's Jason Moore, 3685 148th Street West. Lived in that unit since 2005, we bought it, and been in Rosemount since 96. My 3 kids graduated from here, from Rosemount. Last one went out the door this year. Found you guys in May on YouTube, and would listen because I work on Tuesdays. But the reason I came in tonight is I wanted to talk about your YouTube channel is censoring people. I was making comments, and I don't think I made anything too, I don't know, roguish or not appropriate. You know, like the first one was, hey, thanks for the Pledge of Allegiance. That was great to see. So at the last month, I went in to watch a video or listen to it, and I wanted to make a comment, and the comments were turned off. Okay, so some people will do that. They'll turn off comments. But previously, it had been available. I went back to look at the videos that I had made comments about, and they were gone. So that concerns me as a citizen of the United States that someone didn't like my comments or somebody else's comments and removed them. So I came in here to tell you that because I think that's wrong. So hopefully you guys can address that. I mean, I can understand if you want to not have comments, but to have them and then to delete ones after the fact, I disagree with that. My next thing I'd like to bring up is why are we building so many new apartments in this city? Okay, if we want to build apartments for elderly, that's great. If you want to make it 60 years or older, right, for those people whose families have left and they need a place, they want to downsize, I agree with that. I think I want to live in the community. We came here because it was lots of families. Families make strong communities, right? Apartment dwellers do not make strong families. I mean, you can just look at the data. They don't. You know, you got single men, single women. You want families in a nice, thriving community. And so I just don't like that you guys are building more apartments. I'd like to see more family homes. And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Can you address YouTube at all?
Yeah. Thanks, Mayor, members of council. I am not aware of any decision that was made by city staff to delete a YouTube comment. I can count on one hand how many Facebook comments we've deleted in my almost 5 years of being here, and that's very, very rare, and things can get pretty dicey on Facebook. And so I will look into that, sir, but I wonder if it's a YouTube software thing. Our communication staff would have told me, you know, if we had to delete something, because that's a pretty big deal, and I have never heard about us deleting anything. So I'll check into it. I appreciate you making us aware of it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You bet.
So, and the housing component, all I'll say is clearly it's market-driven. We have projects or a developer looking at Umore Park, and there are going to be some apartment units on that component. But when Logan's contacting you, we can get you some market data also. We're not dictating to developers what they have to build. So, thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
It's nice to have someone here, other than us.
I'll come on Tuesdays, I'll come more often.
We would love to have you.
How about Mondays once in a while? Do we have anyone else online?
I'll take another peek. A minute ago, we did not. No attendees, Mayor.
So if there are no further comments, we'll move on to the consent agenda. First of all, are there any items any council member would like to pull?
None.
So would anyone like to move motion then?
I'll move the consent agenda's items 6A through H for approval.
We have a motion, Councilmember Weisenthal, and second, Councilmember Essler. I think that's who it was on this side. So any further discussion? And seeing none, I'm assuming you're taking the roll, sir?
Yes, sir. Weisenthal.
Aye.
Block.
Aye.
Trustee.
Aye.
Essler. Aye. Fresky.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0, and that concludes all consent agenda items. We do not have public hearings, unfinished business, or new business. So this is a relatively short meeting unless you are going to consume a lot of time, Logan, as far as our updates.
Thanks, Mayor. I will not do that. First of all, the biggest item, of course, on everybody's mind is the election. Just wanted to report we had over 89% voter turnout in the city of Rosemount, and so just wanted to give credit to local voters for doing their civic duty and voting over the last number of weeks. And yesterday, things went extremely smoothly. You'll see that our city clerk is not here tonight. She's been putting in many, many hours and is taking a much-deserved break from 2 long nights in a row, so she's not here tonight. But huge credit to Aaron Fassbender, Jesse Paik, our deputy city clerk. A number of staff stepped up. Stacy in our community development department, Jenny in our finance department, Emmy Foster, our assistant administrator, stepped up a lot. We had a couple of little COVID impacts during elections, and staff just rallied and made it happen. And I take a personal badge of honor as we watch these other states that are still counting votes, knowing that we were fully certified, 100% accurate at 9:45 p.m. last night. So huge
Not
credit to.
certified until next.
Not certified until Friday the
13th.
But we were accurate and in and helping all those nationwide media report all night last night. But so just wanted to give a huge shout out to that.
And along that line, I just noticed that that's not on our calendar. What time is that meeting on Friday?
That is an 8 a.m. meeting on Friday the 13th. Apologies if that's not on there. Let me just verify here. Yeah, that is an 8 a.m. meeting to certify election results. Thank you, Mayor. So huge kudos to the team on that, and thanks to Rosemount residents for, we had no masking issues, we really, folks did a great job. So, wanted to give a shout out to Park and Rec, and I know Dan wasn't able to be here for the regular meeting, but we had over 300 cars through our Cruisin' for Candy event last weekend. Chief Dahlstrom and his team were doing traffic control. It got a little bit busy, but that's a sign of a good event, I suppose. And so, great turnout for Cruisin' for Candy. We stuffed a pickup bed full of winter gear and donations for 360, so that was an awesome thing to see. Dan's team did the Scarecrow contest, so I wanted to thank folks for participating in the Scarecrow decorating contest. I think we had almost 20 scarecrows throughout town decorated. We're finding these fun things to do to keep residents busy and show city service and that we're still here working for you. And then speaking of that, we're really excited to kick off a Shop Local campaign, so just want to encourage residents to keep an eye out for that. Some tote bags and stuffed with goodies and coupons and giveaways and stuff to really drive home the fact that if we want our local businesses to survive, especially during COVID, but just generally year over year, especially during the holidays, don't go to Amazon first. Think about your local business before you go straight to Amazon or any other major retailer. So excited to roll out the Shop Local campaign, and our economic development team has been doing an awesome job on that. So that was the extent of what I have, Mayor. Thanks.
Thank you. I'd also say thank you for the work you did during the election with staff. But I'd also like to thank the election judges and all the volunteers that helped us in the last, I'll say, 2 months Also appreciate, I know it's confusing to voters when we change voting sites, but we had to do it for various reasons and separation. And again, the locations that we had, thank you to the owners of those buildings that allowed us to do this public service. So with that, upcoming on the calendar, this Friday at the end of City Hall, we're collecting pumpkins that will be converted into, various compost, et cetera. But anyone having pumpkins out there, they can bring them to the parking lot on the west side of City Hall. It'll be at the end of the parking lot, a dumpster to throw away pumpkins. On Wednesday, November 11th, City Hall will be closed because of Veterans Day. And then the next City Council, Port Authority, and Environmental Sustainability Committee will be meeting on Tuesday, November 17th, with the Environmental Committee at 5:30, Port Authority at 6 p.m., and City Council at 7 p.m. And with that, if there are no further announcements, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting's adjourned. Thank you.